Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, welcome back. I am so stoked for this one. I think a lot of people have been waiting very patiently to see this knife released. And this is the SPK Lamia Gen 4. And it's the first time since the Gen 1 that Alex has brought the Nature Grip back. This is interesting. He's never sent the knife in a bag before like this. I wonder what I must have missed the video where he talked about why he's doing that. You got your Lamia. There's a reason for this not PG thing that we'll see in a second here. Not PG sticker. But, oh man, that looks good. Wow, and it feels good too. Yep. Okay. Oh man. Please, 3 for 3. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, Alex. Yes. This is what we wanted from Alex. The ability to have a nice reverse flick, good detent, good closing action, the Nature Grip, and be able to roll it out without the detent being so strong that the lock bar pressure creates an issue. Lockup is great. Man, the finish on this blade is really nice. That is different than what he's done on his prior versions of the Lamia, and I can't quite explain it. It's just a bit more reflective. You can see a very nice version here also, but yeah, you can kind of see the satin here. We got the nice stepping back. This one had a little less stepping on it. And just it's just a very reflective, like nice finish on it. I wonder if that picks up fingerprints a little bit, but it's pretty immune to it, which is really nice. If you can get a nice like shine on the blade without sensitivity to fingerprints, that's a pretty great combo. This one feels like it's a little not quite as soft around the thumb hole as this V3L Max that I, believe still to me is the best action in terms of a Lamia yet. But this one's like a pretty good go in between, some people like that little stronger detent, and this one has that. But he didn't knock down the thumb hole quite as much. It's not terrible. It's livable, like versus some of the earlier ones, but it's not great. Oh man, that's nice. And this Nature Grip looks better in person than it did in the pictures, which is saying a lot. He's now got this nice contour on the scales. And as you can see, let's get a nice zoom in on that. Yeah, just a really nice milling kind of on top of the milling. Wow, now you got the milling on the pocket clip, a nice deep logo there. This was a little, I guess it wasn't on this one. He did this on the Gen 4. I sold my Gen 4. This is the Gen 4, the second one he's brought out for Gen 4. I didn't really love my first one for a series of reasons you can see on the first unboxing. Sometimes that's the case. You go make big changes and, things don't always go exactly perfectly, right? And it's an opportunity to continue to iterate. Really nice milling out of the inside of the scales there, as you can see. Got the American flag, the logo, and then the Easter egg over here. Very nice. Very nice. I'm impressed. This came out great. He just doesn't do this stonewash very often. In fact, I think there's only 1 or 2 other runs. I guess there was a run that came later on. That came later on where it didn't have the Nature Grip milling. This, by the way, I guess is some sort of element on like shark skin or something like that that keeps like antibacterial, that has antibacterial properties and kind of keeps things off the shark. I don't know what it is. It's efficient and it keeps them clean or something along those lines. So you got a Gen 1 here, a Gen 3 LMAX, which was the only LMAX he made in Gen 3, and it just had this phenomenal action. I've kept it around as one of my favorite knives that I have in terms of just an all-around knife. And now you got this Gen 4 Nature Grip that is the first time where he has like the contoured scales instead of the flat scales. You can see the difference there. Now, the trade-off is he had a really nice beveled edge on these that he kind of changed the edge beveling on these. It's not quite the same. So I think there's some, the feeling in hand to me is good here, but it's not like radically better than the original. But this is very good. This feels great in hand. But this also feels great in hand. So I don't see as like a huge benefit for the contouring and the scales. I don't really feel it personally. There's also a contour on the pocket clip there. Pocket clip's a lot less rigid than the original. Worth noting. These are not as rigid as the original V1 pocket clip. But yeah, overall, I'm thrilled with this. This is, I think, what we were all hoping to see. Could be a little softer, a little more stonewash or something, or finishing on this thumb hole. But man, aside from that, I'm really impressed with this. This is, I was kind of saying, like, I hope he doesn't nail it so that, like, I don't have to start collecting Lamias. Because it was pretty easy for me to give a couple of mine away. There, I had some nice ones, but, like, they just didn't quite do it for me personally. But that one right there is, yeah, he did a really nice job. Now, I want to zoom in and just show you a slight difference in the Nature Grip, because they're pretty different in how he did it here. Definitely has a little bit of a different look to it than the original. You can just see how much bigger these bevels were around the edges. That's why these don't really, the contour doesn't really feel better, because you already had these really nice edge bevels, kind of like a dual stage edge bevel here that worked really well. You kind of lose that. You have a single stage, yeah, single stage edge bevel now. But yeah, take a look at the interior of the contouring there. And like how, not the contouring, sorry, the milling, and how, you know, the milling itself is kind of milled on this. It's a pretty different effect in how it looks. Both really nice though. Both really nice. Very cool. Well, I think that's about all for now. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. No change in size, but let's check the weight on this guy. .5, interesting. 3.5. So these were 3.66. And these old ones were 3.84. So he continues to make them better. 3.66. 3.51. Super interesting. Now with that, that's all for now. Please feel free to like, subscribe if you enjoyed the content, comment if you have any questions or any thoughts or feedback. And if you'd like to subscribe, I'd appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.